So now let us continue our discussions on top 50 array coding problems for interviews, right? We were discussing this. So let us solve the next problem, that is find common elements in three sorted arrays. That is what the problem that we need to we need to solve. So let us see the question. So they are giving you three sorted arrays, right, in increasing order. That means they are sorted. Find the elements that are common in all of the three arrays. So again, we have discussed about union and intersection in previous videos. So if you know that topic, and again same concept we are applying here. So let me explain you. So take I here, right? These are the three arrays. You need to find the common elements between these three arrays, and they are sorted. So make I, j, k point on the first element of each of the arrays, right? Now what you are going to do, find which is the smallest one. 1 is the smallest one, so push I to the next position, right? Now again compare. Now k is the smallest one, right? This is 5, 6, 3. 3 is the smallest, so push k to the next position. Now again compare. 5, 6, 4. Again 4 is the smallest, so push k to the next position, right? Now compare 15, 6 and 5. So now you need to push I to the next position. Now you got 10, 6, 15, right? Now again you need to push j because 6 is the smallest one, so you will push j here. So 10, 7, 15, that is what you have. Again you need to push what? J, right? J you need to push. Now j will be at 20, so 10, 20 and 15. Which is the smallest one? 10 is the smallest, so push I to the next position, right? Now you compare again. 15 is the smallest, so push k to the next position, right? Now compare. Normally what you are doing, do the same thing. Run the while loop. That is what I am going to do in coding. So you got the same elements, right? So 20, 20, 20. That means they are common to all of the array. So you push this 20 to your answer vector. So because you need to return the vector. Now again, when you find all the three elements are same, then you need to push all of this index, that is the pointers or the variable that are pointing to the indexes, right? You need to push all I and j and k at the same time, right? Now again compare. 40, 80, 30. So you need to push 30. Okay. 40, 80, 70. Now you need to push 40. Okay. Now you want to push 80, 80, 70. You need to push k. Okay. Now again compare 8, 8, 80, 8, 80, 80, 80. Again push 80 to the answer. Now you need to push at once, right? I, j and k. Now you see I is reaching out of the array. That means end the loop. End the loop. That is like if you don't have any elements here, then you can't find any common elements between these three arrays, right? So if even one array is ending, then you should end, right? That is what the logic here. So 20, 30 is the answer. So let us see. So 20, 80 is the answer. Now let me write the code. Again, it is again so much easy. Now I will define three pointers I, j, k. Int I is equal to 0, right? J is equal to 0. Then k is equal to 0. Now k is equal to 0. Now you want to run while loop. While if this I is less than, it should be less than what? N1, right? N1, and j should be less than what? N2, and k should be less than N3, right? Now get inside the while loop. So if you find a of I equal to b of j, and at the same time if b of j is equal to c of k, at that time what you do, you need to push the element into your vector, right? Because you need to return a vector, back, back. You need to push a of I, anything you can push, at even b of j, anything you can push since they are same. Let me declare a vector called as answer. Now after that I need to increment I need to increment j, I need to increment k, right? Now else if a of I is less than, right, b of j, and at the same time at the same time a of I is again it is less than c of k, that means you need to increment I, right? That is what I explained. Now else if I need to do same for B, but this time I'm only comparing B of J should be less than C of K, why? Again, common sense. See, if this doesn't run, that means A is not the smallest one, right? Either B or C will be the smallest, right? So I'm comparing only B and C. You can do even and, right, and B of J should be less than A of I. So you can do this, even that will work. So let me skip that thing. So even though even if I skip, then that will work. Now J plus plus, right? Now what? Now else if C is smallest, right? C is smallest, so K plus plus. Now I need to return what? I need to simply return vector, RETUR, return vector, and that is answer. Now there is a catch here again. What if there are 3 elements? Like, let me show you how it is. So let me run this and let me show you what would be the error that I get, right? So this will work, I think. Again, else I need to put the semicolon. Let me compile. So it should work. So if I submit, it should not work. Why? There is a test case here. It is not. So my code will return 333, right? But because there are 3 elements here, right? 3 elements of 3, right? 3's are there in all of these array, right? So my code will return 333. That means I need to return the unique elements. How do you make the vector unique? I'm going to use the, under algorithm library, there is a inbuilt library called unique, right? I'm going to use that. Let me define an iterator. It should be equal to unique, unique, right? Unique answer dot begin. So between these elements, between these pointers, you need to find the unique elements, right? Then I need to do, then let me do this thing. Let me make answer dot, right? Answer dot resize, RISIZD, resize. I need to resize the vector, because if I remove the unique elements, right, at that time the vector will be again bigger in size. So I need to resize. So I'm using the resize function which is there in the vector. If you use vector, then again it is like inbuilt function, right? You can call this function resize, but you need to specify the length, right? Length, but you don't know the length. You don't know from where to where, from which index to index I have these unique elements. So at that time what I can use is distance. Distance is DISTANC, distance. Inside that answer dot begin, right? Answer dot begin, and then I am going to put the iterator. So let me close this. So what it is doing, right? IT will be pointing where? It will be pointing to the unique, last unique element. You can imagine like that. IT is pointing to the last unique element. For example, let me show you an example. So if you have 2, 3 and 3, then IT will be pointing to this element. So it will remove this one, right? It will be pointing to this element. So you need to take the distance from this point to this point. What is this point? This is nothing but answer dot begin. So what is this point? This point is IT. So I need to take the distance between them. So distance, and that distance is a numeric value. So I need to resize it. So then I need to return. So let me compile. Let us see whether compilation works or not. So it is working, and let me submit. So it is working for all the test cases, right? So again, attempts are 2, and because 1 I failed, right? Okay, this is about counting the, that is common elements, only taking the common elements. So thank you.